unusual for him. Hill in tight, trying for the dunk. Lamar Odom, a late cover, is called for the personal foul. Back to Miles for a second. 42% of his baskets this season coming by way of the dunk. Is you take a look at the second leading steals guy in the NBA, Allen Iverson.
Olo a candy now with 2 bad passes right to Allen Iverson. He's been open on both of those passes. And Allen just pushing the basketball after coming down with it. 76ers looking to push it. Clippers 11th in the league defensively, giving up 94 points per game. Still, they're going to give up some points. That 11th and that 94.3, did you see that? Right now, that would represent a franchise record, along with their opponent's field goal percentage, which is 44.2.
Well, we're talking San Diego Clippers, Buffalo Braves. We're going back. Iverson of the Sixers pressuring and looking for yet another turnover. They are forced 5 already. The 11-0 Sixers fast break points. Probably the most telling stat. The Sixers 9 for 12 from the line already. The Clippers yet to go there. And in fact, even as we speak, looks as though we'll have the first LA free throws of the first quarter. Todd McCullough, who has just checked in, is called for the personal foul, his first.
What if those numbers go back to the Buffalo Braves days?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Donnie May, Bob Kaufman,
Bob McAdoo,
Randy Smith,
yeah.
Coach Jack Ramsey.
Wasn't a bad team, was it?
Beat us one year, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. First year with George McGinnis. Ended up losing the best of 3 in the first round.
The missed free throw, broken free by the veteran Sean Rooks, his 9th year out of Arizona. He has just come into the game. This is Dooling forcing the issue, and Iverson wraps it up for the Sixers, and here they come again. Dooling goes for the steal. Allen almost made him pay with a setup there of McCullough. It goes out of bounds, and the Sixers will keep it with 19 to shoot.
Allen spinning away from Dooling. Nice pass to Todd McCullough. And on the inbounds pass, there's absolutely nothing the Clippers could do against the best scorer in the NBA. He gets another deuce.
Allen just hooping here in the first quarter. 5 for 5 for 15 of the Sixers' 28. They have more than doubled up the Clippers, who throw it away for the 6th time here in the first quarter.
Just a total lack of concentration on their passes. For the Clippers now, that's turnover number 5 here. And with the 76ers defense, you would assume that the Clippers would turn it over anyway about 19, 20 times. We talked about before, they turned it over almost 17 times per game.
In deep to Hill, but he walked with it. And the Sixers turned it over for the first time here in the first quarter. Larry Brown, who at one point was a coach with the Clippers when they were in LA.
Clippers aren't going to create many turnovers. You said that's the 76ers' first one. Clippers 28 in creating turnovers, but not even 13 per game.
This is Rooks, who has some low post ability. Into the game also, Quentin Richardson getting a touch there. McKee has a streaking Iverson. He'll wait for some mates. His first miss. This is Miles, number 3 in the draft as a high schooler out of East St. Louis, Illinois. They double up on Odom. Iverson, another swipe. He's got Dooling, and he'll take him. Is it a goaltend on Odom?
Yeah.
Score 2 and a foul.
Odom double teamed. Allen Iverson just cutting right in front of Dooling and then taking it to the hoop. And then after the ball hits the glass, Odom with the goaltending.
Back with more for the First Union Center right after this. The LA Clippers 12, and still 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter, in the first of 2 meetings. Allen Iverson already with 17, missing only 1 from the floor. Team split 2 last year, with each team winning at home. 76ers have won 3 straight here at the First Union Center. They've never lost to the Clippers here. They're Last loss actually was at the First Union Spectrum, March 10th of 1996.
Well, you know what, for Allen, now Allen missed the jump shot. The way the Clippers are playing defense right now, there's absolutely no reason to take a jump shot. 76ers with 31 points, 18 of them coming in the paint. Don't forget they're getting some free throws as well.
Clippers will keep it with 11 to shoot. The Sixers shooting over 71% here in the first quarter.
I see 76ers, 18 points in the paint, 10 free throws made. Well, I mean, everything is coming inside for the 76ers.
Dueling after he cut the corner on Kukoc, went after McCullough, and Todd commits his second. Saturday at 2 on Comcast Sportsnet. Peon Dueling, 6'5", 195. Only 20 years old, but I mentioned earlier, not the youngest. That distinction belonging to Darius Miles. Dueling coming out of Missouri after a sophomore season through the wickets of McCullough, but he recovers in plenty of time. McKee takes on the rookie Richardson, somehow gets it to Kukoc for two. Tony Kukoc, the beneficiary of a seeing eye pass by Aaron McKee. Now the Sixers by 19 under 2 to play in the first. Odom, who can stuff a stat sheet. Iverson swiped it from him. Now he takes on Richardson, who blocked a shot. Allen gets it again and strokes it. A season-high 20 in a quarter for Allen. 7 for 8 for the floor, and the Sixers by 21. 90 seconds to go.
Boy, can you smell it? Blowout city here in the first quarter. We haven't had one of these in a long time, but it's nice to have every once in a while after a couple tough games at Milwaukee and then the Lakers. 76ers, what all-star break. They've come out just like they have all season long, prepared to play and defeat the opponent.
Richardson, one more to Rooks, dissuaded by McCullough, forcing the issue anyway, and Todd picking up fouls in a hurry. That's personal number 3.
Richardson actually playing pretty good defense on Allen as he little one-on-one situation. Ball came right back to him. Not a bad quarter going on, huh? 20, 7 of 8 from the floor.
Hey, he missed a shot, Steve.
I have to talk to him about that.
Absolutely. Nazr Muhammad, the starter tonight, is back for Big Mac, who sits with the 3 personal fouls. Todd and Nazi, an extraordinary two-headed center combination against the Lakers Wednesday night, combining for 20 and 10 boards.
Shaq who? Well, those guys pretty much negated Shaq's numbers, didn't they?
That's saying something.
I think the Lakers, I don't think they have a shot at winning a championship if we're beating them. You can't turn it on. They're not playing the type of defense that they did last year, and you can't turn it on. Because this is when you turn it on, Mark. You're 30 games from the finish line at this stage, and you can see the 76ers are turning it on, and they want to finish big time. They want the best record in the league.
Sean Rooks, averaging 5.5, 19 minutes per night, acquired in a trade with Dallas. Shot clock is unplugged. The Sixers leading by 17 to hold for 1. That's Richardson tripping. Kukoc thinking about the 3. He's the Sixers' best from beyond, and now it looks to be his show with 8 seconds to go. Takes on the rookie Richardson, who bumps and fouls him. It'll send Tony to the line for 2. Larry Brown, his last words to his team after parting this morning's shoot-around. But take care of business tonight against the Clippers, knowing full well the Sixers might still be thinking about their success against the Lakers on Wednesday night. And thus far, the Sixers have been very businesslike here in the first quarter. Jermaine Jones in for the first time, replacing Nazr Muhammad.
But you know what, though? You take a look at the Sixers this year, Mark. Even after a big win, how many times have they come out flat? This team is pretty well focused, I think.
Absolutely. Iverson perhaps hoping for a loose ball. The Clippers have it. 3.4 to go in the quarter. Miles, good look for Richardson. That's for 3. Lynch bats it out of harm's way, and that'll do it. So Allen Iverson, 7 for 9, pumps home 20. His Sixers double up the Clippers after 1, shooting a hefty 67%. Second quarter after this.
Point, which means you're getting an awful lot of perimeter turnovers. Allen Iverson so far with 4 steals.
Well, he might overtake Terrell Brandon. He and Brandon have been seemingly 1-2 in that steals column for about the last month or so. Lynch is fouled en route to the hoop by Sean Rooks. Rooks is first, and the first on the team. Sixers running Aaron McKee with Allen Iverson in the backcourt. Tony Kukoc, technically a center here with Jermaine Jones and George Lynch. Iverson rejected by Rooks in search of a call, but smiling as he states his case to Don Baton. Jeff McInnes, who picked up 2 early personal fouls, is back for the Clippers, who turn it over again for their 9th.
I mean, you're in a 5-on-4 situation with Allen Iverson running back defensively, and you turn it over. That's what happens when you have a young team like that. They just can't stay focused. And that's why their record at 16-36 would certainly indicate that they're a young team, very much like the Chicago Bulls.
And not so ironically, the Bulls, the youngest team in the NBA, the Clippers right behind them.
Very unlike the Washington Wizards, who are a veteran team. They just keep losing anyway.
Odom against Lynch, a hard double by Kukoc.
Yikes.
Kukoc off the Rooks miss.
Rooks could join the Steve Mix golf team too. He had a little slice on that shot.
Kukoc gave it up to Jones, but Jermaine unable to finish. Still looking for points here in the second quarter, which is 2 minutes old. Darius Miles in tight for 2. He's 6'9", a very lean 200. Talked about his ability to dunk earlier. He unfurled 7 of them in the recent rookie versus sophomores game at Washington, D.C. in All-Star Weekend. Allen Iverson, Kukoc rebounding and scoring. Tony, the second field goal, he's got 5. On Wednesday against the Lakers, he was the big man's best friend.
He certainly was. Dropping some dimes right and left, huh? Been averaging about 4.5, 5 assists the last couple ball games since the break.
Here come the Sixers again. Iverson in strong. Jones trying for the slam back. A rare break for the Clippers. Let's see how they work it. Well, the first half is gone.
Alvin Trenchy sitting there saying, come on, guys. What are we going to do here?
We're down 18. We'll be back.
Points. He's number 1 in the league in minutes, number 2 in the league in steals. And with his 11 games where he's scored 40 or more, the Sixers have gone 8-3. Sue?
All right, Dee, thank you very much for that report. The Sixers out of the timeout. Tyrone Hill back for the Sixers. Eric Snow also back in. He's in for Allen Iverson, who sits with 20 after playing 15 minutes. Kukoc off the McInnes miss.
Well, the 76ers started the first quarter 12 of 18. Here in the second quarter, 1 for 8. But the Clippers unable.
Yeah, the spread's still the same in the game.
Exactly.
That's McInnes off the miss by Kukoc. Corey Maggette, his second year out of Duke, also acquired in a trade with Orlando. Miles looking backdoor in a wrestling match with McKee. Has about 3 inches on Aaron, who strips and subsequently fouls him.
Guys, and bring in some older players that might be able to help you a little bit if you can. Problem is, how many of these guys can you trade other than maybe Odom?
Step up, time. He would fetch something, guaranteed.
Absolutely.
But I think if you have some kind of a plan, you want to build around him.
Around him, no question. But Olo Candy and a couple of other guys, you can unload pretty easily, I think.
Aaron McKee, his first field goal. He continues to settle back into his bench role. Sixers by 19 and as many as 21. In case you just joined us, began the game leading 11-0. As Maggette takes Jones, we have a foul. Jermaine Jones is called for the personal, his first, and 2 on the Sixers. Allen Iverson, his rest is officially over. In to get Jones, who sits scoreless after 5 minutes. That'll swing Aaron McKee to small forward and send Corey Maggette to the line.
Clippers 28 in the league as a team for free throw shooting. The worst team in the NBA, team that shares the same building.
How about that?
They were in here the other night, the Los Angeles Lakers. Of course, I think if you take Shaq's numbers away a little bit, they would be into the low 70s.
Maggette now has charge of Iverson. Hyatkowski back into the game for the Clippers. Eric Snow dipping in. Followed up nicely by Nazr Mohammed. So for Nazr, his third field goal, he's got 7. He had a career high 12 the other night. He averages only 3. Hyatkowski, the clean study. And that's Hill, the Sixers' leading rebounder on the season. Snow spotting Nazr in deep. And the Sixers will keep it. Sixers leading the suddenly streaking Miami Heat in the Atlantic Division by 6 games. 76ers calling the timeout here, leading the Clippers here in the first half.
Behind the 76ers. Now, I'll throw this out to you, Mark. If the 76ers, and we'll use this arbitrarily, if they go 15-15 the rest of the way, see, that'd give them 53 wins. That's pretty good. Miami then would have to go 21-9 just to catch the 76ers. So if the 76ers just continue to play the way they're playing, they should have the East locked up.
Or not even.
Exactly. We'll throw that out there. I mean, we've got a long ways to go. It's always good in a game like this to kind of speculate that the Sixers up 20 with 6 minutes to go here in the second.
Well, all you got to think about, Steve, is the Sixers November to remember as McKee sets up Nazr Mohammed, who will go to the line for 2. Winning your first 10 will go a long way toward being successful in April.
And that's the thing I don't think a lot of teams can figure out that quickly, that if you can get off to a great start like the 76ers, it sets the stage for the entire year. And we've said that all along, that the more games they won early like that and going 10-0 gave this team just a ton of confidence heading into that West Coast trip and everything else, and then winning in Utah and Sacramento and Portland and everything else. I mean, this team just has a ton of confidence, and every time they step on their home court or somebody else's court, they feel like they can win the game.
And winning in spite of the fact that their starting point guard missed 32 games. Their starting center is about to miss at least the next 4 to 6 weeks. It's been absolutely amazing.
And give a lot of credit to Larry Brown, because it's his system that these guys are running.
You mean one of the leading candidates for Coach of the Year, that Larry Brown?
That Larry Brown, absolutely. Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, you continue to do what you're doing, and Larry Brown should be Coach of the Year. As you take a look at the first 10 games right there. Started Halloween night.
And look at the scores here of the opponent, how low they were.
Yeah, they were really low then. I mean, he had a number of games. 80 points or below is all you were giving up. Now the 76ers offense is clicking. They're giving up more points, but they're scoring more as well, as Allen Iverson proves that point as he drops another deuce from about 13 feet in the paint.
Only 8 from his average, just past the halfway point of the second. His league-leading average of 30 per night. This is Miles, Darius Miles.
Well, you know Kevin Garnett, don't you, dog?
Oh, yes.
But he is definitely no Kevin Garnett.
Oh, but you know, he's
That's your buddy now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You and him are tight?
Oh, absolutely. He calls me every other night. Talks to me about his game. Eric Snow has Miles in the post. Eric, believe it or not, outweighs him. McInnes hits the three. Jeff McInnes not bad from beyond, about 36%, though the Clippers as a team actually below average in terms of attempting threes. Here, they go trapping against the Sixers. Now they will set up. Key, nice spot in tight. The left-hand finish by Tyrone Hill. Good pass that time by Aaron. Speaking of passes, how about the Sixers? Their assist to their field goals made the other night against the Lakers as Piatkowski hits the three. The Sixers, 42 field goals made, 29 assists. That's about 2/3 of your buckets.
Yeah.
On assists.
68% to be exact. Quick figure by the calculator. That's a lot of points, too, they scored on the Lakers, isn't it? 112. Shot 50% overall. Clippers on a fast break.
And Miles able to finish, and suddenly we have a 12-point game. Miles now with 9 and 14 minutes off the bench. That's just above his average. The Clippers now on a 10-2 run.
And see, that's what you have to be concerned about. You're Larry Brown, knowing that you got off to such a quick start and we're up by 20 points. Are the troops going to lose focus for about 4 or 5 minutes?
Tyrone Hill, his own miss, rejected. Candy down and hurt. It looks to be Miles.
Well, Tyrone Hill
timeout.
Throwing the elbow, catching Miles. The officials just letting that go. No call forthcoming.
We'll see about Darius after this.
Here, Tyrone with great position. Nothing Miles can do. But then as Tyrone catches the basketball, that right elbow catching Miles in the upper chest area, knocking him to the floor. Tyrone Hill coming down with his own missed shot, taking it right back up, has it blocked again. Finally went off Miles like that. Playing high school ball, was he?
Somehow the elbows in the NBA are harder.
Yeah, they are.
There, Miles has swiped at Kukoc, and as they scramble for the loose ball, we have a foul. On one of the Clippers, it looks to be Darius Miles. Miles recovering after getting bowed by Hill. And for Miles' first 3 team fouls apiece. Alvin Gentry's Clippers making a bit of a run here after starting the second 1 for 7. They have hit their last 5 from the floor. They have it to a dozen. They've never led. The Sixers leading right off the opening tip, 11-0. Hill has Candy in deep. Eric Snow with 5 to shoot. It'll be Iverson. McGinney has Allen. Knifes in. Can't finish it. And there's Candy for the Clippers. McGinney getting up about half a foot on Kukoc, goes stumbling forward. Iverson tracked by McInnes. Allen will take them and score.
Well, how many times have you seen the numbers for the 76ers in fast break opportunities? We have a technical now on Alvin Gentry. He's a little upset, a little frustrated actually, with the non-calls that he thinks he should be getting, and the fact that his troops aren't getting back on the defensive end as the 76ers time in and time out have 2-on-1, 3-on-2 opportunities. Or it might just be Allen just running right at you. 2-on-1 opportunity here. Allen Iverson getting the bucket, blowing right by the lone defender back. That's scary for one guy back.
Sometimes for 2 or 3. Sixers trapping. Candy able to finish. The second field goal for 4. He averages 8. Again, the Sixer lead down to a dozen. Piatkowski tracking Iverson. That's Piatkowski off the Hill miss. Exactly 2 minutes to go before halftime.
Well, if the Clippers could get it under 10, they'd have to feel very fortunate.
Down by as many as 21 here in the first half. McGinnis. McKee. That's McGinty hanging on the rim. McKee. That's for three. Hayakowski, sensing the contact coming, fires away the personal Eric Snow. And we have a timeout, I believe, with 1:25 to go. We have the Tenet Healthcare injury update. Earl Boykins, along with Zendon Hamilton, out for the Clippers. And the 76ers, Speedy Claxton, Pepe Sanchez, and Theo Ratliff.
Hayakowski, best free throw shooter on the team, a little bit better than 83 per game. You know, they've only got a couple guys shooting the 80 or above. Everybody else hovering around that low 70s and the 60s number. McGinnis is the other guy shooting over 80.
As close as the Clippers have been in a while. George Lynch. George's second field goal for 4. Miles behind the back, picked up on a switch by Hill. That means Kukoc has a lower candy. The Clippers look that way. Hayakowski another three, and he drops that one. So the Clippers are hoisting their share of threes. They're 5 for 11. Hayakowski, his fourth field goal. He's their leading scorer with a dozen, 2 above his average. Sixer lead down to 10 of the Clippers looking for the steal. Now they get a break here as Kukoc sets up Hill.
They had 3 guys going for the steal instead of staying back. Once that took place, 76ers had 5 on 2 coming back. Tony Kukoc with a nice pass to Tyrone Hill.
Jeff McGinnis, second field goal for 5. The clock's now virtually identical, so the Sixers will hold out for 1 shot.
Clippers do have a foul to give if they want to at some point.
Hayakowski forcing the ball out of Iverson's hands. Eric Snow makes them pay his first field goal of the night. Though he does have 6 assists, still time for the Clippers. And Lynch, a foul of McGinty at midcourt. Giving the Clippers an opportunity here to get some points from the line.
Well, I have no idea, though, why the Clippers didn't foul in that situation with 1 to give. 6.5 seconds left, though. Clippers looking to push it. Seemed like a silly foul on George's part. They were going to fire one up in another dribble or so. Older. You get rid of some of this stuff here that's in the league now. You wouldn't have teams that are averaging 20 years old or less.
I guess you'd have to negotiate that through collective bargaining.
Correct. But I think it should be done. I think both the Players Association and the owners really want that now. They can see the problems that they're faced with.
Allen Iverson, 20 of his 24 in the first quarter, but 20, a season high in a quarter for Allen.
It was a heck of a first quarter for Allen, wasn't it? Just about anything he wanted to do, he was able to attack the Clippers and get the bucket on. Everything right in the paint for Allen. Now watch for Allen on the outlet pass, going from the left side to the right side. Got 3.5 seconds. If Allen can get that thing at about the top of the key, a couple dribbles, should be able to get a clean look at it. Eric's going to come off the double screen, and Allen will come off that as well.
Clippers are trying to get Sean Rooks into the game, and he may be denied by official Bill Spooner. That's because the ball is about to come live. Iverson, who covers a lot of territory. The three, it would have counted. So the Sixers, who led by 18 after one and by as many as 21 here in the first half, up by 10 at intermission. Allen Iverson with 24 of the Sixers' 55.
First in Milwaukee, then beating the Lakers on Wednesday. And Allen Iverson, of course, had that superb Sunday in Washington, D.C., where he was named MVP after helping forge a 21-point comeback for the East All-Star team.
This is a tribute to Coach Brown, my teammates, my family, my friends, all the fans that been loving me from day one. You know, just is a tribute to them. I cherish this for the rest of my life.
Allen Iverson with the 24 points. He's the leading scorer thus far in this game. Tyrone Hill with 10. Nazr Mohammed following up his great performance against the Lakers. He has 8. Very balanced attack for the Sixers in that first half. Leading scorers for the Clippers. Eric Piakowski was hot from downtown. Darius Miles did not miss a shot. And, of course, the Clippers caught fire in that second half and really got back into this ballgame. Mark and Steve?
D-Line, I'm with us tonight here on Comcast Sportsnet. Third quarter about to begin with the 76ers up 10, 55-45. The Sixers by 18 after one. The Clippers doing a lot of damage late in the second, finishing that second quarter on a 23-12 run. That's Parks off of the Lynch miss. The Clippers here running their starters. McInnes in the backcourt with Eric Piakowski in the middle. Michael Oloakandy with this fella. Lamar Odom, who was rather quiet in the first half. He's usually their leading scorer. The other forward, Cherokee Parks. McInnes with 2 to shoot, gets it off and in. Jeff McInnes' third field goal, he's got 7. He averages 12. And the Sixer lead is down to 8, once as large as 21 points. All cotton for Allen Iverson. That was for 2, and he's got 26.
That jump shot has really been falling lately. And he's just stroking the ball extremely well. 42% overall. And better than 38% from beyond the arc, as Eric Piakowski gets a little rub-off screen at the top. Makes a nice dive down into the low block. Little turnaround, Jay.
Sixers running Iverson with Snow in the backcourt. Lynch for 3. Up front with Nazr Mohammed in the middle. The power forward, Tyrone Hill. Now it's an 8-point game. The Clippers, a number of close games this year. Certainly a lot of them losses, and 7 of them coming in overtime. They're 0-7 after the extra session, if you can believe that.
Yeah. I can believe that. They're 8-16 in games decided by 7 points or less. I mean, as you said, they've had a lot of close ball games. Unfortunately, they're losing a lot of them.
Lynch en route to Hill. Cleaning up is Nazr Mohammed. Nazr now with 10 after the career-high 12 on Wednesday against LA's other team. You'll pardon the expression, the Lakers. Cherokee Parks, an aggressive move to the hoop. And now he will go to the line. Third personal, Nazr Mohammed. Steal the Cash brought to you by the 70.
That's too bad he didn't have the first half, huh? Allen Iverson, 4 in the first half.
For what, first quarter, I think,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Cherokee Parks, the 6th year from Duke, his 5th NBA team. Acquired in a trade for the Washington Wizards. Tyrone Nesby going to the Wizards. He's pretty much been their starter of small forward. That's Tyrone Hill bursting in after the Iverson miss. But off of Ty's fingertips and out of bounds. And that, my friends, is known as a team rebound. If you've ever seen it in the box score, one way to get one. Sixer lead at 9. Diving, Lamar Odom. Good look that time by Eric Piakowski. For Odom, only a second field goal for 5. We mentioned earlier, he is the Clippers' leading scorer on the season, 17 per night. And now the Sixer lead is trimmed to 7. Tyrone Hill. Good spot by Eric Snow. And for Snow, his 7th assist of the night, right on his average. Parks. Everything but the finish.
He's got to draw contact there. You can't drive to the hoop like that and not get hit.
Lynch leaves for Muhammad. Strip gets it again, hits the underside of the backboard.
Definitely got hit going up the second time.
Odom, a wonder at 6'10", setting up McInnes for two. So the Clippers gathering themselves after it looked as though the Sixers were going to run away in high. Again, a 7-point game. Iverson to work on Odom, takes him strong and gets two, as Allen now with 28. Iverson shooting very well since the All-Star break. Over 50% tonight, 11 for 21. Odom wants Lynch, and George isn't budging. And now away they go with 8 to shoot.
Odom taking the easy way out. George Lynch muscling Odom. Instead of putting the ball on the floor, he had it laying in the middle. He decided to shoot the jump shot.
Parks runs down the errant pass. Lynch intending that one for Muhammad.
Watch Piatkowski.
Odom turns the corner. And a foul on Nazr Muhammad. And for Muhammad, it's personal number 4. Quarters of the game, and then Tyrone Hill came the Sixers man in the middle defensively against O'Neal.
Little different players, though, tonight as compared to the Lakers. Here you've got some guys that can put the ball on the floor. I mean, pretty much you're talking about Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, probably one of the hardest, if not the most difficult big man in the league to defend, but he's going to catch the ball, and he's going to put it on the floor a couple times. He's going to back you down a little bit. These guys here will catch it on the perimeter, everybody but Olo Candy, and they can put it on the floor going to the hoop. So you've got to be able to think and move your feet and not draw the contact. That's hard for big guys when you're out on the perimeter and the guy's putting it on the floor without putting a hand on your hip.
1 of 2 for Odom. A double up on Iverson. Eric Snow can't make them pay. McCullough out-wrestles Odom. Sixers with a fresh 24 thanks to Big Mac. McCullough, his first rebound of the night. He pulled 7 the other night against the Lakers. And Tyrone Hill called for the travel. For the Sixers, only their 5th turnover. To 10 on Alvin Gentry's team. The Sixers out-rebounding the Clippers by 7. Piatkowski lost it out of bounds. That's 11 turnovers on the Clippers. Iverson trying to rid himself of Jeff McInnes. That's for 3. Hill, fingertip control for the Sixers. He's got 10 boards. Iverson into a thicket of players. McCullough surrounded, has it blocked. Some of the fans looking for a foul. So is Larry Brown, nearly out to midcourt.
So was I. Looks like the officials have decided to call a little bit differently in the second half. Allen gets bumped there. And Todd McCullough got bumped as well.
Now Don Baden with a call. Just like that, we have a foul. It's on Michael Aloa-Candy, personal number 3. It's only the first on the Clippers here in the 3rd quarter, which has the Sixers up 8. We'll be back.
Got one tooth up top, one tooth on the bottom.
Don Baden now over to the scores table just to make sure the clock reads what he thinks it should read. And it says 6:11. Sixers here with 14 to shoot. Iverson trying to hide from McInnes. George Lynch has it blocked by Odom. Tries to knock it off a Hill, who runs it down. It goes out of bounds. A heady play by the young fellow who would be a junior this year at Rhode Island, Lamar Odom.
That's a great play by Odom, and then getting the ball off the leg of Tyrone Hill. Ty trying to run it down. Couldn't quite catch up to it, but Sixers up just 8.
Odom has a cutting Piatkowski. Nicely done.
Nicely done. Eric Snow was going high side. He got messed up defensively. You don't see that happen very often. As soon as Eric goes high side, Piatkowski ducks back on the baseline.
Very much a game the Sixer lead, shriveling to 6. Iverson, just when the Sixers need the deuce, buries it. And he's got 30. Right on his average, his league leading average. McInnes, Aloha Candy knocks it to Piatkowski. Clippers with a fresh 24, though. Piatkowski trying to set up the offense. Hits the backboard and it ricochets out of bounds.
He was definitely bumped out of bounds by Tyrone Hill. Eric looking for the call.
So a dozen turnovers now on the Clippers. Exactly 5 minutes to go here in the third. Aaron McKee is in. Backdoor open for Hill. Slammed shut by a combination of Odom and Aloha Candy, and the personal foul on Michael Aloha Candy. That's number 4 now on the Clippers starting center. Tyrone Hill will venture to the stripe for the 5th and 6th times tonight. So Aloha Candy with 4, and the Sixers starting center, Nazr Mohammed with 4 personal fouls. Tyrone Hill featured this week on Sixers Jam, a nice piece while Tyrone was visiting McGee Rehabilitation Hospital. See that again on Sunday, right here on Comcast Sports Network. Hill fronting Aloha Candy in the post. The Clippers venturing that way. And that's Lynch bursting in for the Sixers, who lead by 10. Iverson now with Darius Miles on him. Miles back into the game for the first time in the second half. McKee gives it up to Lynch in rhythm for 2.
Good ball movement by the 76ers. Allen driving to his right, bringing the defense, kick out pass to the top, swing around to the left side as Odom, little finger roll.
Interrupting a 6-0 Sixer run. He's got 8. Backdoor again, Lynch, and a foul as the Clippers showing some susceptibility to the backdoor play there. It's spot 23 minutes and the 5 personal fouls. It's not good when you have more personal fouls than either points or rebounds.
No, those aren't good stats.
So Lynch whipping on 2. The Sixers only 14 for 22 from the line. The Clippers not much better percentage-wise, 12 for 19. Piatkowski, that's for 3, and he hit another one. So Eric Piatkowski continues to bomb away from beyond as he's hit another one.
Yeah, that's his 4th. I'll tell you what, if you're a team around the NBA, I think Eric Piatkowski could be valuable to somebody. I wouldn't mind having him on this team. I think there's a number of other teams that would like to have Piatkowski. And he's pretty much situated in L.A. They just worked his man off the screen. Quick release by Piatkowski.
And quickly, another Clipper foul. This one on Jeff McInnes, and that's number 3 on the Clippers starting point guard.
Piatkowski from beyond, 4 of 7.
And at 39%. On the periphery among NBA leaders. Sixers' best 3-point shooter, Tony Kukoc. We'll get another from 15 feet away.
With the trade deadline, what, about 5-6 days away, there'll be a lot of rumors starting to spread now.
No.
Starting about Sunday, huh?
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, guys going all over the place.
2 for Tony Cool. He's got 7 and 12 minutes off the bench. Sixer lead at 9. Piatkowski looking to leave it for Darius Miles. Another Clipper turnover, their 13th. Iverson looking frisky, gives it up. Lynch for 3. Miles, who is long and lean, garners it for the Clippers. McInnes. Piatkowski for the Clippers, right back up. Kukoc as he leads the break. Instead we have a foul. To be against Piatkowski. We also have a timeout. Piatkowski just his first, his 3rd game off the bench after 26 consecutive starts in which he acquitted himself exceptionally well. Most of those games at the point for the injured Eric Snow. Larry Brown continues to get wonderful play. Just about everybody. Lynch in a tug of war with Odom in the low post. The Clippers still looking that way. Now McInnes into action against Iverson. Only 3 to shoot. The prayer. Rooks going after it, and the 24-second shot clock violation as McInnes never hit the rim, resulting in the 14th LA Clipper turnover.
Well, that play never had a chance because George Lynch did a tremendous job on Odom when he ducked back, not allowing Rooks to get the entry pass down low. That threw the play off entirely.
Iverson, good look for Lynch, can't finish it. Sixers lead by 11, 73 to 62, just over 2 minutes remaining here, 3rd quarter. Rooks. Sean Rooks, his 2nd field goal for 6 and 11 minutes off the bench. The Clippers continue to hang. They're in the latter stages of the 3rd. McKee by Piatkowski, following up Hill, and a whistle sounds. And we have a foul coming up. Cherokee Park's the personal foul. Check that. It'll be Sean Rooks on the personal. And for Rooks, his 2nd. If you have a little tyke, bring him to the Sixers games dressed in his 76er finery, and he could be chosen the McDonald's small fry of the game if he is, or she is. You, your kid, and everybody in your row gets coupon good for world-famous McDonald's French fries. Tyrone Hill is first missed from the line after hitting his first 6 as Keon Dooling is in, the rookie out of Missouri, for the first time here in the 2nd half. Tremendous numbers tonight for Tyrone Hill. Sixer lead at 10. Clippers have never led. The Sixers out of the gate were up 11 to nothing, and as much as 35 to 14 in the 1st quarter. As Dooling begins to drive, we have a Sixer foul on the floor. Aaron McKee is guilty. Personal number 2. And the first on the Sixers in the last 2 minutes. Todd McCullough is back on the case, relieving Tyrone Hill, who sits with 15 and a dozen boards. And Corey Maggette would like to come in, but again, that rule, you can't come in once the ball is about to become live. Kukoc looking at Miles, the give and go with he and Odom, trying for yet another dunk. And he is denied because he is fouled by Todd McCullough. Steve, think back, okay? Mentioned Darius Miles right out of high school as Eric Snow returns. And he is in to get Aaron McKee. 2 others, this franchise came right from high school. Notables back in the day, think Buffalo. One of them, a former 76er. MM are his initials.
MM.
Moses Malone.
Yeah.
The other guy not nearly as well known.
Bill Willoughby.
Beautifully done. Iverson for three. That's beautifully done as well, as Allen hits the three-pointer, giving him 33 for the night. He has hit both of the Sixer threes in 8 attempts by the team, and the lead swells to 11. McKee, in fact, remains in the game as he now swings to small forward. We mentioned earlier, and I did so by mistake, that Eric Snow was coming back for him as McCullough leaks in and gets to the good spot by the big man's best friend.
Well, Sean Rooks was playing on the ball side of the half-court situation, allowing that pass to get to Big Mac. That's a nice find by Tony Kukoc, and 76ers holding for the last shot.
About 3 seconds separating the clocks. The Clippers do not have a foul to give. Iverson has the rookie Keon Doolin, and he'll take him right about now. Gives it up off the double. 3 to shoot. Kukoc from Snow. Here are the Clippers with possession. 2 seconds to go. McGetty doesn't get it off. The Sixers are led by 10 at intermission. Increase that lead by 1 after 3.
Diego
Clippers
to the LA Clippers.
Correct. Buffalo from 70 to 78. The San Diego Clippers from 78 to 84. As the Sixers have taken the first and third to lead by 11 after 3, along with D. Lynam and the mayor Steve Mix marks him off tonight. Fourth quarter underway on Comcast Sportsnet. Piatkowski looking for his 5th three-pointer. Iverson's got McCullough. The spot is made. The block by Rooks. The follow by Iverson, who now has 35. And McKee tips it out of bounds, and the Clippers will keep it. So Allen, with his sights set on 40 for the 3rd straight game. And again, those 3 letters emanating from the sellout here at the First Union Center. MVP. Miles left with 5 to shoot. Darius Miles, his first miss after hitting his first 4.
76ers defense been pretty good the last couple minutes, forcing the Clippers into taking some shots at the end of the shot clock.
Suddenly the Sixer lead at 13. Backdoor open. Iverson can't finish. Gets his own miss and scores it. Allen now with 37. And looking for the foul. The Clippers had it to 6 in the 3rd quarter. Now the Sixers by 15. Corey McGetty has Aaron McKee. Piatkowski with 5 to shoot. McGetty with McCullough looming. And that's McKee, the floorboard for the Sixers.
Once again with the shot clock running down.
Piatkowski finally off the Snow miss. Keon dueling. Iverson goes for the swipe, and in doing so is called for the foul. First on Allen and the first on the team.
Little backdoor cut. No help coming from the Clippers. Allen just getting his own miss, taking it right back up. Boy, you see a situation like that where a guy's ISO, you've got to talk defensively, and obviously the Clippers aren't doing a whole lot of that. That's about the 4th time they've been backdoor tonight.
Quentin Richardson, number 3. Back into the game for the Clippers. All cotton for Keon Dooling, who averages only 6 and 17 minutes per night. His first field goal, he's got 4. 2 and change gone here in the 4th. Going for the steal and claiming it was off of Iverson was Keon Dooling. Dooling, who left Missouri after a sophomore season. So did Quentin Richardson, his current backcourt teammate. He left DePaul after his sophomore year. And there's Miles dealing with Kukoc, who never even attended college. Kukoc thinking threes, the Sixers' best. Oh, what a play to McCullough, who wraps it around and scores. Oh, what a play by Tony Cole.
Holy cow. How many times have you seen great passes by Tony off the dribble? Todd McCullough with those soft hands.
They become quite a connection.
That's Todd McCullough. I'll take him out to dinner. Thank you very much. Thought about spinning back to the right and dump. Bam! Right by the head of Sean Rooks, and that was our Pico. High energy play of the game.
Backdoor again, Iverson. McCullough took it away and scored. Todd's third field goal. He's got 6. Suddenly the Sixers by 17. Still early in the fourth. Dueling, in trouble, got it to McGetty. He hits the wood, no call. Kukoc falls on top of him, and here come the Sixers. McKee, Kukoc, and finally dueling. McGetty, and there's McCullough thinking he had his ground well covered. Eric Snow also coming over to help out. And Snow commits the personal foul, his third. We have a timeout. Suddenly the Sixers leading by 17.
Go on to get jobs in the league. Alvin Gentry, of course, coaching the Clippers tonight, but he worked with Larry at Kansas and at San Antonio. George Irvin, who's in Detroit. Dan Issel. Popovich, I know, was the best man. Of course, Doc Rivers, and then Scott in Indiana. So an interesting group that have gone on after they have worked with Larry Brown, and we know how much success Larry has had, too.
Indeed. Gentry, an assistant with Brown, both at Kansas when he won the NCAA title, and the San Antonio Spurs. Issel, Rivers, and Scott were actually players under Brown on that list. That's when you know you've been around for a while, when you start coaching against guys who helped you out.
When are they going to put our long list up there of guys we've helped get into broadcasting?
Come on, Tony, come on back, Tony.
As soon as we help somebody.
Yeah, that list you can write on a grain of rice. That list. McCullough thinking about the jumper, then rumbles in, had it blocked by Rooks. 87-72, the Sixers. They've led since the opening tip. As McCullough comes down with a McGetty miss. Exactly 4 minutes gone here in the fourth. Iverson, beautiful look up the floor to Kukoc, but there was Odom. Some of the fans thought that Tony should have taken him. Iverson knocks it off of Rooks and out of bounds, and the Sixers will keep it with 12 to shoot. Iverson for 3. He was fouled. And he will go to the line after the personal on McGetty to shoot 3 free throws. And again, they start to chant MVP. Tyrone Hill, who already has a double-double tonight with 15 and 12 rebounds, is in to get Todd McCullough, who hustled through 12 minutes, 6 points, 5 boards. And one more for Iverson as he takes aim at 40. (89-72). The Sixers. Odom for 2. Hill, his 13th. Iverson, now McGetty checking him. Allen wants him, crosses over but loses it. Richardson with only Snow back. McGetty leaves for dueling. One more for Richardson, and the youngsters finally scramble and finish it off.
Not exactly if you're Alvin Gentry, you want the 3-on-1 fast break run. Wow.
Iverson. Lynch going for the miss. And he is called for the foul. A loose ball foul, George Lynch. His personal number 2 and 3 on the team as Aaron McKee is in to get Eric Snow. Eric, in case you missed it, was limited to 26 minutes on his return from the nearly 2.5-month-long stay on the injured list. Played 32 Wednesday night, has already gone for 29 here tonight. He averaged about 36 before the injury as the Clippers pulling Rooks and Odom finishing and a foul. And Lamar Odom will go to the line looking for the three-point play. The personal Tyrone Hill, only his first. Lamar Odom turned 21 last November. He was actually last year the early season favorite for Rookie of the Year. He was Rookie of the Month in November. Number 4 pick in the draft after only 1 year at Rhode Island.
Hard to press if you're going to miss your free throws. Still going to half-court trap at 76ers on their press offense. They've been spending a lot of time at that at practice, working on it a little bit yesterday at the optional practice. Probably went through a little bit at the shoot-around this morning, huh?
Iverson is tied up. And the foul coming up on Quentin Richardson.
Well, you know things are going well when what, 12 guys show up for an optional practice?
No, you know guys are committed when 12 guys
Exactly.
show up for an optional practice.
I walked in yesterday, I said, holy cow, you got an optional practice and you got this many guys out on the floor. That's pretty cool.
Lynch gives it up to Kukoc. Nicely done by Tony Kukoc, who is actually fading from the hoop. He's dropped 9 in a 21-minute run off the bench. Sixers keeping the Clippers at arm's length. We're up 15 as we pass the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Here's Richardson jacking a 3, and down it goes. Quentin Richardson at 31%, below the NBA average of about 34%. Miles watching Kukoc. Thoughts of getting it to Lynch. And the Sixers claiming, and I would think with the way the ball went out of bounds, that the Clippers touched it last. But the officials were saying no. Looked from here like the ball was actually tipped away Tony Kukoc, but Tony, who states his case to Bill Spooner, apparently it's going to be overruled.
Well, let's take a look at it, Tony. Oh, absolutely. Right off the fingertips of Olowokandi. Yet all 3 officials missed that one.
So we have a timeout with the Sixers up a dozen here at the First Union Center. Sixers, Wendy's, and Reebok. Here are the Clippers out of the timeout. 5.5 to go in the fourth. Trailing the Sixers by a dozen. Odom scooping, scoring, and he's fouled. Lamar Odom now with a chance to add one more after Aaron McKee fouled him.
Odom found himself open on the little pick and pop. Had plenty of room to put it on the floor and take it to the hoop. Now if he can make this free throw, Clippers probably go half-court trap. Sixers go their half-court press offense. They just continue to shoot themselves in the foot by missing free throws.
16 for 25. Sixer lead at 10. McKee with the taller Miles takes him anyway. Up for grabs. And last touch by the Clippers. At the back of the Sixers, though only 6 to shoot. Right to Iverson to work on McInnes. 2, and he hit it. Allen Iverson now with 41 points, 40 or more in 3 straight for the first time since his rookie season. That was when he hit for the NBA record 40 or more in 5 straight. Now contending with Richardson, and McKee sweeps it away. To a diving Lynch, denied by Olowokandi. Miles, and Iverson grabs him.
Oh, they're going to wave it off?
On the floor, yeah.
There was no dribble after the foul. The old continuation not into effect. Singular wireless call of the game. Off the screen by Tyrone with Olowokandi coming out with his hands up. Nice play by Allen Iverson. Getting that bucket to go with the shot clock running down.
Iverson continues this torrid point-a-minute pace. He dropped 40 in 40 minutes against the Lakers, 49 at Milwaukee. He's got 41 in 42 minutes here.
Tell you what, if you're Alvin Gentry, I think you argue that call a little bit, don't you? I mean, he didn't stand up at all to argue that call. That's one of those I think you have to stand up for your players a little bit and argue about.
One of 2 for the young fella right out of high school, Darius Miles.
Actually, you should get that back. Eric Snow was illegal with his foot inside.
McKee for 3, and he got it. Aaron McKee, the first other than Iverson to hit a 3-pointer tonight. 3 for 9 are the Sixers from beyond. Aaron now with 7.
Oh, that last shot by Allen and the last shot by Aaron McKee pretty much kind of wrapped this up. Still up 12, 4 minutes ago. A couple more shots made and a little shot clock management.
McGinnis, actually the 5th Clipper in double figures. He's got 11. Now trying to chase Iverson. Hill versus Olowokandi. Nicely done with the left hand by Tyrone Hill. He's been terrific tonight. 17 and 13 rebounds.
Tyrone Hill just taking advantage of the bad defense by Olowokandi. He wasn't fighting Tyrone at all on that early entry into the paint. It's a good entry past the tie on that last possession.
Miles now at 14 for LA. Miles the double, so Iverson begins the swing. McKee lines up a 3. Hill knocks it free. Iverson gathers it in. Sixers in no hurry. Holding it doesn't. They have a fresh 24 exactly. 3 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Off the double, it's Snow. McKee, one more to Hill. Couldn't finish the job because he was fouled. But the Sixers playing real basketball there. We also have a technical foul on Odom. We'll be back.
The steal, go back early into the first quarter. Our Bobble drive of the game with the steal. Allen Iverson behind the back, taking it to the hoop. The long stride, getting that stretch out there. Oh, yeah. Little reminder of Dr. J of old, taking it in, swooping in, and getting the bucket.
16 for 31 from the floor. Allen with this trip to the line here, the technical foul on Lamar Odom. Gives Allen 42. And now Tyrone Hill take his rightful place. Attempting free throws, 9 and 10 tonight. Sixers average about 28 free throw attempts per night. Second of the NBA only to the Utah Jazz. They've already gone to the line 32 times this evening. One more for Tyrone Hill. The game the Sixers led since the opening tip. Up 11-0 and quickly up 21 in the first quarter. The Clippers got it to as close as 6 in the third. The Sixers at 100. That's a bad number for the Clippers. They're 1-14 this year when they give up 100 or more. Sixers terrific when they score 100 or more. 18-2. Here's McKee. Nicely done by Aaron. His third field goal. Once again, his usual numbers: 9 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Nearly 30 minutes of work tonight off the bench. Playing some point guard and small forward. Lynch dealing with Odom in the post. The illegal defense called against the 76ers, the first of the night. And the bench officially emptied for the Sixers. Rodney Buford, Kevin Ollie, their first appearances, as Iverson will take a seat with 42 points. Again, the third straight game of 40 or more. Eric Snow, for some reason, going back to the Sixer locker room. But again, for Allen, 40 or more in 3 straight. The first time he's done that since his rookie year, when he set the NBA record of 40 or more in 5 straight. That, of course, included the 50 he dropped on the Cavaliers at Cleveland. And a curtain call for Tyrone Hill, who tied a season high tonight with 13 rebounds. Darius Miles getting his and a foul. Aaron McKee whistled for the personal. And Darius Miles will go back to the line. The Clippers going with the second youngest team in the league, so they'll have to wait for success, which has not come often in the franchise. They've been below 500 every season since 91-92. Kevin Ollie, his first appearance in a while. McCullough has it swatted by Aloha Candy. McGetty looked to leave it for Richardson. Interception, McKee. Ollie's got a man. It's McCullough, who finishes again. Going to the other side of the rim, Steve. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
The big fella running the right side instead of going up strong. This nice little reverse layup for Todd, taking to the opposite side.
Who's got 8? The assist to Kevin Ollie. As Loa Candy gets 2, only his third field goal for 6. Exactly a minute to play. Backdoor's open for McKee. Good look by Todd McCullough. It allows McKee to become the 3rd Sixer. Check out the 4th Sixer in double figures with 11. Corey McGetty, one of 5 Clippers in double figures. So the Sixers will win their 3rd straight as Jones hammers back the miss. Jermaine getting his first field goal of the night. To the delight of the rest of his teammates. Sixers a league best 39-14, and they improved to 17-8 here at home. They have a good number of games coming up here at the First Union Center, an opportunity to reestablish the home court advantage. Of course, the Sixers with by far the best road record in the NBA. And as they wind it down, they stand here at the First Union Center, and perhaps some of them in the crowd here realize that Larry Brown is about to get his 1,000th victory as a professional coach going back to the ABA. Certainly that one realized by a former pupil in Alvin Gentry. And look, here's the president, Pat Croce, to bring Larry Brown out to the floor to acknowledge the fact that tonight he has made history. 1,000 wins as a pro coach, and Pat Croce to present him with the ball. due ceremony and well-deserved. All told for Larry Brown, 1,177 wins in his coaching career, including his time in college, and they rise here at the First Union Center.
We congratulate Coach Brown. Coach, they want to hear you say something.
Thanks so very much. My 4 years here has been as good as any time I've ever had in my life, and it's all because of this team and you fans. Thank you very much.
Larry Brown, who at one point thought he'd eventually become a high school history teacher and a high school basketball coach. But Dean Smith, his college basketball coach at North Carolina, gave him a call, said, Larry, come on over and be an assistant. And then when the ABA started, the dean suggested he join that league as a player. And then in 1972, at the ripe old age of 32, he took over the Denver Nuggets. And then when the ABA was absorbed into the NBA, he became a coach in this league and combined, and Larry Brown is adamant that you combine all the figures because the NBA took so much from the ABA, including Larry Brown, who all time matching right up there with the likes of Lenny Wilkens and Pat Riley, only the third in history, in professional coaching history, to reach 1,000 career victories. Coming up tonight, after post-game live, Crazy Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, on the floor against the Cleveland Cavaliers at a game at Dallas last night. A recap of tonight's 76ers LA Clippers game, and pitchers and catchers reporting to Clearwater, Florida. That and more coming up on Toyota Sports Night after Dodge presents 76ers post-game live. Back with more right after this.
As the 76ers jumped all over the Los Angeles Clippers on a nice entry pass by George Lynch to Nazem Muhammad. Our Toyota turning point gave the 76ers at that stage an 11-0 start to this ball game, and the Clips were never able to catch.
After the Sixers meet the Suns Sunday at 12:30, the Vancouver Grizzlies here Wednesday. If you can't make it out to the First Union Center, coverage on Comcast Sportsnet commencing at 7 o'clock. For Larry Brown, career coaching victory number 1,000 in his pro career as his 76ers win it wire to wire over the LA Clippers tonight, 108-93. For individual game ticket information, go to the Sixers webpage, Sixers.com, or call 1-800-4-NBA-TICKS. Sean Alexiak, the producer of 76ers basketball. Our director tonight, the man J.R. Aquila. For Steve Mix and for D. Lanham, I'm Mark Sumoff. Stay with us. Dodge presents Post Game Live.
Been as good as any time I've ever had in my life, and it's all because of this team and you fans. Thank you very much.
And with that, Larry Brown whisked away by Allen Iverson and the rest of his team. He records
Larry
his
Brown,
1,000th win. Only Lenny Wilkens and Pat Riley have more as the Sixers win it tonight, 108-93 over the Los Angeles Clippers. Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Barkan. Welcome to Sixers Post-Game Live presented by Dodge. Now 3 in a row for the Sixers. 4 of their last 5 games are wins. That's the good news after they struggled a little bit going into the All-Star break. We welcome to the program Gerald Henderson, and as always, and look who's here, the Mad Dog. Freddie Carter is with us as well. We're gonna get comments in a moment, but first we go to D. Lanham, who's standing by with Tyrone Hill. D.
Thanks much, Michael. Tyrone, because we were just watching the video of Larry Brown, and I know he's a coach that you have tremendous respect for. He's not a man who likes to be in the spotlight, but there's so many things, I'm sure, but why is he as good as he is?
I mean, because he always preaches the little things, and, doing the little things, doing things the right way, coming to practice, just going out there playing hard, and, just being a good team player, a good person. I mean, when you got a coach like that that preaches just doing the right thing all the time, only good things don't usually happen. I mean, I respect him a lot.
I know you had great years in Cleveland, but did he help rejuvenate you when you came here?
I mean, coaches, he's one of those kind of coaches that give everybody a lot of confidence. he tried to expand your game. Doesn't matter if you've been in the league for 1 year or you've been in the league for 11 years. He just one of them kind of coaches that thinks that you can improve every day. And, every day he tells me that I can improve by shooting a little jumper and just trying to expand my game a little bit.
2 of the last 3 games you've had double-doubles, including tonight. That happens to be after the All-Star break when you found out Theo wasn't going to be here. But does that change your game at all with him not available?
I mean, it changed my game a little bit because I got to be on the floor a little bit more. I got to be more of a leader down the paint because, when he was around, he was pretty much leader down there blocking shots and kind of, keeping things under control underneath. So since I'm the older guy and been around the league for a while, I got to kind of maintain that till we get back.
Thanks for your time. Congratulations tonight.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Tyrone Hill with the double-double right now. Let's go into Larry Brown, who is going to talk after that 1,000th career victory as a pro coach.
That's how I was taught to coach, so it makes it even more gratifying.
Tell us about your first one.
I just remember I was with Doug Moe, and it was probably hilarious that we won with us 2 guys, and we didn't mess them up. My first one actually was a college freshman game, but that was so long ago. They don't count college freshman games. I remember when I had a JV team at Kansas, Calipari was my JV coach, and he was worried if he had a bad team and looked bad on his resume. I didn't. When I was the freshman coach at Carolina, Coach Smith didn't talk to me about that.
Were you equally as proud that there were 20,600 fans in the stadium for a mid-February game against the Clippers?
Oh, yeah, I commented to Billy. I said that shows we've come a long way. But I also think if I was a basketball fan, I like the way our team's playing, and 2, I'd want to see some of those young kids they got over there. They got some young stars. Every time you see Allen, and he's still 25, and then you see Odom, and he's a young kid. Then you see Miles and Dooling and Richardson and Maggette. Ola Candy. I think our league's going to be in good shape. That team, I told our team before the game, they've lost 7 overtime games and 14 games by 5 points or less. And I was a little nervous, and we got off to such a big lead, and I knew we'd think it was going to be easy. And I said, I thought George defensively the first half played about as good as anybody I've ever coached. The job he did on Odom. Little kid got us off to a great start. Our 2 big kids contributed. It was just a solid game. Tyrone was Tyrone. But, I'm really proud of this team. And it's just, we got to keep holding the fort till we get all these people back.
They got it down to 6. What did you guys do to be able to pull out again?
Well, we made some shots and got some stops. I thought that was the big difference. We came out again. The first play in the 3rd quarter, we got about a 3-footer. George missed a little post up. Then after that, we started shooting a lot of jump shots. I thought it started in the 2nd quarter. They trapped us, and we took the first available shot and got them life and got them back in the game. And then Allen made some big jumpers, and we got some big stops in the second half, and we're able to, extend the lead and finally win.
There was 1 point in the first.
Larry Brown talking to the media, and here's an interesting fact. The Clippers giving up 94 points per game, which, believe it or not, is 11th best in the NBA. The Sixers the Sixers scoring 108 on them tonight. They played some good defense, and they played some good offense. And I think the best statistic here is Sixers only turned the ball over 7 times, Gerald, Freddie.
Only 7 times. To start this game off, the Sixers had great intensity in the first quarter. They outscored them almost by 20 points. They level off, Fred, and then they had to find their way again, what kind of intensity level, because the Clippers got back in the game the 3rd quarter, but the Sixers